Kyrie Irving.
Oh.
Kyrie Irving is been said to not play with the Brooklyn Nets until he gets vaccinated. So we just want to know, as far as what the cards say, will he play this upcoming season?
Okay, let me pull a card. Let's see. Kyrie Irving.
And it could also do with him being traded to the Brooklyn Nets. Like we just want to know what's going to happen. Are we going to see Kyrie Irving suit up and play?
I think for sure we're going to see Kyrie Irving. I think we're going to see the card that I pulled is the star, and so that would signal like for a yes or no question. Like that's a yes. Like that's someone who's like going to come out into the spotlight. We're going to see somebody light up in the night sky. So I believe that we will see him for sure, and I believe that he might have a good year. He might have a good year.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting to see because, yeah, I know he's holding out. So, but does that? Oh, well, so just I guess that question was just for Kyrie, just playing altogether, not necessarily where or if he's gonna be traveling or anything like that. Like
yeah,
team, right?
Tarot is kind of hard for, at least personally for me, to like tell location, but like the star, like me, like this is like a person who feels like inspired, like they feel renewed, they feel hopeful. It very well could be. Is he still playing for the Celtics, or who's he playing for?
He's with the Nets. Yeah, he's no longer with the Celtics.
Oh, okay, but he used to play for the Celtics, right?
Correct.
Okay, if I had to guess, he might be playing for the Nets because if he's on a team that he's feeling like, I don't know, like not happy with, or he's feeling like not excited about the team, then maybe this card means that he is going to be traded because, again, the star is like about being inspired. It's renewed energy. It's like feeling like blessed by the universe. So this is your second chance. Like you're going to do this. So this inspiration could be coming from like joining a new team. But I definitely feel like he's going to be playing then.
Watch he gets traded to the Mavs or something.
I was thinking Ben Simmons to the Nets. The reason why we ask is because today, or actually within the past few days, the general manager of the Brooklyn Nets said, hey, Kyrie does have a choice. However, he also has a full-time responsibility to be with the team. So it's kind of like stick to your guns. Either you're with us or you're out. And I think, honestly, there's a lot of trade value for Kyrie if he goes elsewhere. So we can see what happens.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't have like a specific answer if it's with the Nets, but I do feel like based on this card that this person, it could also mean where he's like being inspired to like change his whole entire life, and it's not going to be basketball anymore, but I highly doubt that. But, you know, the sense, the energy that's surrounding him right now is him reaching like a new like realization of being like, all right, like I have this opportunity and I need to not take this for granted, and I need to make this a part of my life and like take it seriously. Like that's the energy around it. So I feel like that means like he would want to play.
Okay, all right. It sounds inspiring. So speaking of, I guess a newfound. Well, I'll just get to the question because I'm so nervous to ask this. But here we go. Is there, do the Lakers have any championship? What was the word I used? Aspirations, or does it look like they'll be having like a winning season?
What does the forecast look for the Lakers as far as a championship picture in the 2021-2022 season?
There you go. Thank you, Zac.
So basically, like their trajectory in order for them to have a successful season is one, they need a lot of change. So how they were like operating on their last season or whatever, it could be like the last 2 years or whatever, they have to like completely like go off that path, whatever it was. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's just like how they're, working certain players on the floor or whatever. But
you mean not getting hurt?
Or trading or getting rid of Dennis Schroeder.
So there needs to be a lot of change, but also we have the lovers card, which is representing like these are people that need to work together. These are people who like need to build on each other's skill sets. These are people who need to like come together and be like, you're great at this and I respect that, and I'm great at this, please respect this. And if they don't like work together, then they're gonna have like issues. Like that's where like it's going to like come into play. But I also see that we also have the Chariot here, which is like that is someone who is like been a leader, that's someone who's like been to war, an accomplished soldier who's come back. And so if these other people like really depend on their leader and really depend on, not necessarily for like on the court always, but depend on this person as like having knowledge, like which is probably again LeBron James or the coach, where it's like these players need to access them. And if the players access them and like take their advice and actually use it and not just sit there and be, I was on last, like we did it like this and blah, blah. We have to take the soldier who's had the most experience, who's like come back and survived from combat. Like we have to take their, word for it and use it to their advantage. And if they do that, they have like a chance of like having, like I said, I definitely feel like they're going to the playoffs. Like I feel like that's definitely for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And from that point, like that's just everybody's just destiny. And at the same time, like I said, a lot of these players, this is like off court shit. So like a lot of these players have to really like have like a hard look in the mirror and be like, why do I want to win? Why is this important to me? Is this like mutually beneficial for like not just me wanting to win for ego, but it's, am I bringing inspiration to people? Am I teaching people? Am I going to like these basketball camps and like helping kids learn? Like the more that they do things for like other people, the more they'll be blessed with like opportunities to like do well on the court. So this isn't a team that like doesn't have a skill set or like doesn't have a fighting chance. They have all those. It's just like their personal stuff that they have to persevere to that's going to play out on the court for them.
Real quick, it's just so funny because I'm actually watching the Giants game. I'm listening to you and I'm hearing you, but the Giants game is on, and I realize like as I'm watching the Giants game on the screen for the people that are watching on the stream, it almost looks as if like I'm like one of the disciples of Jesus and I'm looking up at your picture as if you are Jesus. So like you're the all-knowing, you know everything.
Hey, so far so good. I'm hearing what I want to hear so far.
But I'm like, oh, moderator, keep telling us more.
Yeah, but if someone could call them, you know what I mean? It's like, this is just their personal stuff. So it's like, they have the skill set is there, the talent is there, the experience is there, the leadership is there. So they have all the things. Now it's just get past the ego, get past the living for yourself, get past the narcissism, and that'll reflect on the court for sure.
Real quick question, because one of your players that you mentioned actually last segment, Rajon Rondo, he returned to the Lakers. So he won a title in 2020. He was here for a cup of coffee, and then he went elsewhere. And ever since he came back, it feels like this nice reunion. So Rondo is an unsung leader. He's more of behind the scenes. He can keep a locker room together. Do you think he could play a critical role in terms of that maturity or that camaraderie that happens in the locker room?
I think so for sure. I think Rajon Rondo is someone who is he's like a pulse like to a team where it's like he's like a pacemaker where it's like he's going to run the floor. So, and he's definitely and the card I just pulled for him is the King of Cups, but I just also pulled the King of Cups like with the Five of Pentacles. So it's like this means that like this really can go either way with him. You know what I mean? Like this could symbolize that there could be an injury, or this could symbolize that the King of Cups is someone who's had a lot of experience, this man is someone who's highly respected, this man is someone who is creative, this is someone who like knows what the heck he's doing. But the Five of Pentacles, this also can mean, usually has to do with money, but in terms of sports, like this could be bad decision making, or this could be something to do with getting ahead of themselves a little, or someone who is being a bad, like just not making the best decisions and like going off of impulses. So it could be something to where maybe he doesn't play that much this season, but if he does, this could go either way with him. So like he's kind of a wild card.
We got one more minute left. So I'll leave the last question to Mark, and you have like about 30 seconds to answer. So, Mark, go ahead.
Well, Zach was like, "Do you have a fun one to ask?" I was like, "I don't know, a fun one. I just well, I was gonna ask a Clipper one, but I don't want to waste on a Clipper one. Should we? Okay,
we all right. So one Clipper. I forgot.
Okay, how about this? Okay, are the Clippers gonna suck this season? That's what I want to know because I really hope they do.
The Clippers gonna suck. I don't think they're gonna suck. No, we just pulled the 10 of Pentacles, which means tons of success, tons of money, tons of reward, and we just pulled the Queen of Swords with it. So I feel like, this is a team that has a possibility to go pretty far.
Well, I'm going to tag Adam Moslin in this now. So
thanks, Zach.
I'm going to tag all the Clipper Radio Network people so they can find out. Thank you again, Monarey Martinez, for joining us here today on Fear LA Presents Up in the Rafters. It's been a true blessing to have you, and we enjoyed your tarot card reading that we would love to have you back again in the near future.
Yes, and I'm going to keep my pulse on the Lakers and see how they do. We'll be in it together.
Real quick, you're a touring comedian, so drop some dates. Where can people see you next?
I'll be in San Diego, actually, this weekend at the La Jolla Comedy Store. So that's October 15th through the 17th. And then I'll be, in Buffalo Helium, November 18th to 21st. And then I'll be at the Ontario Improv December 2nd through the 4th.
Oh, so you can see her in a lot of places, people. Go check her out. She's rising, she's upcoming, and she's hilarious. Monarey Martinez, thank you again.
Thank you, Monarey.
Thank you so much.